extra time.
Mishti Kotha, Bengal's newest taste of sweets.
Indian cricket is so strong, and they've been strong for the last 25-30 years. Every world competition they'll play, they'll have a chance. This team has as much chance as we had in 2003. Now you spoke about pressure in sport. After a while you get used to it. Someone like a Virat Kohli or a MS Dhoni or a Rohit Sharma or a Shekhar. Imagine that pressure in that IPL final on Lasith Malinga. That entire world is watching. He went 42 in 3 overs. The captain turns up and said, "Win me the IPL with your last over." And he turns up and gives 7. Now, there cannot be more pressure than this. His driver in Sri Lanka, his mother at home, his cook in Sri Lanka, and right to all the chaiwalas, panwalas in Mumbai is watching. And if he would have messed it up, till the next IPL he would win. Whatever may be the reason. He would have won it for Mumbai. He would have had to listen for 1 year. So when you play at that top sport, you just get used to the pressure. And you actually need that pressure for you to get the best out of you. I've always said that nervousness, you ask a student before he goes for an exam, I'm nervous. You ask a batsman, opening batsman, when he plays the new ball against the fastest bowler in the world, he's nervous. Sehwag told me that before I opened I had hair. In 1 year I opened for the country, he lost all his hair. And I was responsible for it. I said, how am I responsible for you losing all your hair? He said, because you asked me to open. So sometimes pressure is very good for you to succeed, and you need that. You just cannot turn up into any event with an empty head. There has to be some thought process going in that, will I succeed, will I not succeed? And that's when maturity comes in. Then you turn that thought into I will succeed. So it's good that India is under pressure. Every other team in the World Cup will be under pressure. You don't want to turn up like a Nepal or an island where the entire world thinks that you're not going to win. You'd rather turn up like an India or an Australia or an England where everybody says this team is going to win the World Cup. So Virat, probably the best player in the world at the moment, is as much under pressure as anybody else, and that will be good for him because he'll turn up, he'll work hard, he'll be pumped, he'll get India going, and this team has as much as opportunity. It's a great World Cup because this is a different format. 10 teams play against each other and the best 4 qualify, and there are strong teams. Suddenly in a year's time, you realize that England can win, Australia can win, West Indies can win, Pakistan, who always plays in England. You see the last game, England played Pakistan. England got 370, Pakistan just lost by 5 runs. So Pakistan's record in World Cups in England is remarkable. They won the Champions Trophy 2 years ago. They won the 2007 T20 World Cup in England. They beat England in a test series because of the bowling they have. So it's good that India is under pressure because it will help them perform, and it's going to be exciting 55 days of cricket. We had a great team. That is very, very important. We had some players who could turn things around. At the end of the day, sport is about players. When you play a team sport, it's about all 14, 15 who are a part of that squad. And I think a team which had Sachin, Rahul, Anil, VVS, Lakshman, then Sehwag, Harbhajan, it cannot be a weak team. So after losing to Australia in the first game of the World Cup, we did not feel that we are down and out. We had the belief, because in life belief is most important, faith is most important in whatever you do. And the reason when you ask me that what you do to turn things around, I have a huge belief in things. I said, and I look at it this way that I cannot fail. I'll fail for a while, but I will not fail for a long period of time. And I think that happens over time, when you keep doing things repeatedly, when you work hard on your game, when you train so hard, you train to succeed. And you train so hard that that the only way forward is success. I think you got to get into that zone as an athlete. That there's no looking back. That much you train, because in sport, what you do off the field, you translate it in the field, and I'm a firm believer of that. So I never believed in anything I did that I will fail. Even when Australia came here in 2001, I remember Steve Waugh. I met him the first day before the start of the series. He said, this is the final frontier, and we won everywhere, and we've not won in India. But I think the way we've played for the last 4 or 5 years, we beat you here. And I remember those words at the start of the series with Steve. He's a dear friend. My respect for him is unbelievable. But he actually told me this, that it will be very hard to stop this team. And at the end of the series, we beat them 2-1. So it comes out of faith. It comes out of hunger and tremendous competitiveness to fight. The way I look at life is that you cannot be behind anyone. And you respect everyone, but be on the same page in terms of your ability and performance.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.